Okay, as promised, here we go. After day one of explosion, emotions are so high. I think you can very much tell how hard that day was, right? And how much those feelings were that I was feeling. How hopefully you can see the great love that I have for my partner and the worry that I have for how my actions impact. By day two, nighttime, it does not always go this quickly, but it has gone this quickly this time. So we'll go with it. I lay down in bed next to my partner. As I mentioned in some of the other videos, I have been giving space because it's very hard to come back from that level of outburst rage. So we have not yet really had like a conversation because more time is needed. I'm always ready to have a conversation and that's not how that works. So just because I'm waiting. I don't do well with waiting, unfortunately. And the longer I wait to kind of have those conversations, the quicker my cycle will start again. So that's kind of what's happened. But it just is what it is because space is needed, time is needed. I'm going to be very... I hate to share some of this stuff because it's sharing also my partner's life, who's even more private than I was before these videos. So that's quite private. But I don't know how else to do it, so I'm just going to do it. There have been little, of course, moments of like reassurance between us, even though there hasn't been a conversation. There's immense love and support and compassion. And as I've been kind of continually trying to work on the many things that have to be done, it's not just things, but like, you know, we have responsibilities here. There's animals that have to be fed. There's pens that have to be cleaned. So those are bare minimums. They have to be done. We have a fair amount of animals. I take on those things in those scenarios because at the end of the day, like I am the one that created the ginormous outburst that has then caused a spiral also into my partner's life. So as I lay there in bed though, 2 days in without conversation or recap of any kind and holding those emotions that I'm feeling to myself. So she's on massive outburst, right? And then there's like pullback on both sides. The emotions that I shared in my video journals is not something that she has seen because she is on her own like process right now. It starts the process of feeling unseen all over again. Even though I know I'm just giving time, right? Even though I know I am greatly loved and I am uber supported. And it starts the process of feeling unseen all over again. I don't know how else to explain it other than that is what is happening. So I lay in bed Sunday night. This is day 2 at the end of the day. As I lay there, and I have tried to show compassion, of course, and do things for my partner. And then I, of course, have tried to give space because that is what's needed for my partner. It makes younger me, even though present day me like knows better, younger me starts planting the seed that I am unseen, that my needs do not matter, that that it is my job to keep pushing, that and then like a paranoid thought starts. So a lot of your what ifs begin at this point. There are the little seeds that get poured into the hole. The hole is always there. That explosion pushes everything you're feeling out of the hole. And it throws it all about, right? And it takes what you're actually needing and has just wreaked havoc, right? There was an explosion. Everything you're feeling is out, but it was explosive and it's in 1,000 different places and it is injured. And so there is nobody to rush in and pick up your pieces. Because this has not happened one time, this is a repeat thing, right? So like there's no one rushing in to pick up pieces. But I feel very, of course, like I love, and I feel obviously like I'm not someone who, I try to not be codependent, but I do of course feel, I feel sadness that I've caused pain to my partner. And so of course I'm going to try to, pick up pieces and love and repair while still respecting space. But as I do that, here's the ugly part. That is what I want to be doing wholeheartedly. But little me, the whole, starts to get the what ifs. And I just start battling in my mind. What I know versus what little me feels. And I guess the next ever how many days of this cycle, we'll see how long I can hold that battle in my mind. And we'll see times that are successful that I can express myself in a healthy way and get some relief, like get some of those seeds taken out so it's not filling up so fast. We'll see if that is possible this time. Normally it is to some extent, and a lot of your younger teens with borderline, that's not the case. It's boom, 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 boom. They don't know what's going on, but I know what's going on. I just no matter how much I DIY stuff here, no matter how much of a fix-it person I am, there's no amount of tools that are going to completely rewire this part of my mind. So accepting that is a big deal. I'm not fully accepting of it yet because I still like to hope, that that's not going to always be the case, even though a part of me knows that is. But I don't want to lose hope, because that hope is what helps me continually use the tools to prolong the cycles and to make them not as devastating or as powerful. The tools help me, not live white or black. Tools help me try to find gray, but my mind will always flip-flop white or black. It's that second thought that I have that I'm trying to make gray. So explosive Saturday morning, noticeable change in the cycle Sunday night. And like I said, it's seed thoughts being put into the hole. They're the very first thoughts going in the hole. And I'll document as it continues to feel. And I will document the wins as I can pull some out. And hopefully I can also document what happens when it starts to overflow. So thank you for joining me on Beneath the Borderline. And I look forward to sharing more with you and hopefully helping you feel seen.